Hello, toy friends. How are you? I'm Will. This is the 118. Unfortunately, Jim can't make it today. He's having some power issues. Hope everyone could hear me. I had purchased this wireless headset so I could move around a bit while doing the shows, and I just went to start. I went to turn it on before the show, and the freaking button fell out. What a piece of crap! So I had to quickly rewire this one back up, and I did some testing on the StreamYard settings, and it sounded like it was working. But let me know if my sound sounds funny. I could adjust it. Um, with that, I'll pop in here and just say hi to everyone that's here. World Made of Cardboard, how are you? Ian Sweeney, nice to see you. Scotty, what's happening? That Lex armor looks cool. Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. Mikey, what's happening, brother? Lord of Thane, hey y'all. Gojitron, lots of 118 scale news this week. That's right, there is a lot, and we got a lot to cover, but I think it's going to be fun. Some really interesting stuff has happened over the last week, and can't wait to talk about it with you. Jeff Morris, how are you, pal? And Rolando Flores, how's it going? No, mask is like 2.5 inch, I think, right? Or maybe just 3 inch. I don't think it's 118 scale. Roll Keeper in the house. How are you? And you can hear me just fine. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Beta Ray Bob, how's it going, buddy? And make sure you check out Bob later on today. I think Bjorn's also not going to be here today. I saw something on Instagram. Either way, Bjorn had a hell of a week, and I think he's taking the week off. So Linkmaster G is not in the house. So I did put links to everything we're going to talk about in the description. So if you're looking for something or if you want to get into it, you could do that. Evening. Oh, guys. Hey. Oh, thanks, Mikey. Appreciate that. Guys, afternoon legends. How are you? The time for the Outer Multiverse stream later is going to be the exact time of it. You got me. I always get the notification. So outer, I think it's 7, maybe 7 or 8. Let's see. Welcome to the Outer Multiverse. Live. Scheduled for 7 p.m. I'm so good. I knew that. I didn't have to check. Why did I even check? 7 p.m. Oh, and while I was there, I should have grabbed the link. Durr. Anyway, you guys all know where it is. Oh, he's here just lurking. Well, I saw you said you were going to take a break. So I appreciate that you're here. Thank you so much for hanging in and lurking. I know you had a rough week. So thank you. All right. Let's get into it, guys. We got so much to cover. Let's go ahead and let's see. Well, Jim said his power may come back on, so he may be popping in soon. So we'll just start without him. So here's one. Okay, so Eagle 1976, a reimagining of the Space 1999 Eagle playset toy initially released by Mattel in 1976. This was a toy I've heard a lot about. I've seen it. People talk about it. They bring it up because of its modular kind of construction and the way you could remove parts. And I've got a confession here, guys. I never saw the show, nor did I ever have the toy. I'm familiar with it just because of you guys talking about it. But I did check out the show. It's actually all the episodes are available on YouTube. So I did watch a little bit of it. I watched a kind of like a little documentary of it, and I gotta say, it seemed like a pretty cool show for its time. Definitely something I've missed out on, and something to maybe go back and check out. So my interest is piqued. I do want to show you this because the I guess what they really did well was some of the special effects. They did a lot of model work And I did want to share this video. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble with it, but we'll see. Check this out just to get you into it. Here's a little video that I saw. It's a little behind the scenes. Look at this. At some of the work they were doing in the studio, and the
another Brian on the notice here, and the model department.
I don't think I'm going to.
Which is normally a hive of industry. We had to have a workshop because we had an enormous amount of models to make and things to build, bits of set and everything else. And so, ship from
I'm going to jump around
the episode, The Table, called the SS Emporium, and the Swift.
Look at that workshop.
Worked on by Terry
How
and
cool
Brian.
Is that?
Getting ready for another shot. We had to do 5 shots a day, and derelict ship in the space warp. So as soon as models were finished with, they were
anyway. I put a link to this in the thing, but check this part out. This part's cool.
Little remote control unit, talking to Terry Reid and discussing the
Isn't that awesome?
buggy. We'd had various problems with batteries and things, and not being very smooth on takeoff.
Like
so we changed the gearing. And we were just
moon buggy that
with
they
a high-speed Mitchell.
And then
on the shot.
It goes on and shows
Here's
you some
landing
of the,
shot of the Eagle.
really cool. This really cool landing shot. Check this out.
One of the shots we took, I think,
with this model. You know, I think working that time, you know, during that time was just awesome. I mean, let's see. Oh yeah. So okay. So we do have fans. I wasn't sure because I was like, you know, one thing I thought of first with the Kickstarter is like, you know, we see Kickstarters for Star Wars and all these other really popular IPs. And I was like, does this have the audience? You know, but it seems like we have some fans here. I am rolling hand. Let's see. At a flea market in '78, used it as your Millennium Falcon until it got the real thing. Nice. And were you guys able to see that? The workshop and everything? It came through okay? Cool. Same guy that did the Thunderbirds. I just love that model work. Seeing that workshop, seeing the guy just walking with the screen used model was just really cool. Like, you know, it was just a day in the life for these guys, right? Like that model shop's awesome. And yeah, those O-ring astronauts do look pretty sweet, man. For those that watched Space 1999, who's your favorite character and why was it Maya? I'm not as familiar with them, so it was very big over there. Cool. Starbug. Still hoping for Red Dwarf. So yeah, I've gleaned enough, I think, about it. I know that like it was only 2 seasons, but you know, for its time, it was really well received, and I like it. I like the ship. The model looks great. This is from a couple days ago. It actually has way more backers than this, so it's doing well. And this is the same company. So this is ZICA Toys is doing this in addition, and they're working with Giant Leap Toys, and the I guess the production manager is going to be Ramen Toys. So they're the ones handling like the I guess the back end of that. So it's pretty cool. Oop, something just dropped here, and I figured we'd just take a look while you guys. 2 reasons spring to mind. Let's see. I think the second season had the Catwoman that changed into other animals. Okay. It sounds cool, man. Sounds like a great show. And like I said, I love the ship. I love how it was designed. So like, you know, the front pod could come off. The center area could be used for it was like a multi-purpose thing. It could be cargo. It could hold the lab. It could hold all these other things. Your oldest daughter is named Maya, and she got her name from the show. That's really cool. So here's a picture. I think the thing just looks fantastic. One thing I noticed, I believe this ship is going to be 36 inches. And just based on my slight research on the show, because I didn't want to come into this. I think Largo knows about this show, and he's brought it up to me several times. So it's a shame he's not here because I'd really like to hear his perspective on it. But hopefully his power gets restored. He was waiting to see if it would come back up. The ship itself, I think I did some quick. They said in real life, or supposedly it's supposed to be 102 feet, and then I just divided that by 18, and I think it's supposed to be like 68 inches. So this thing being 36 inches for a toy is bigger than the Mattel version, but it would still have to be like twice the size to be accurate. So that's pretty crazy. I know like people have calculated the flag and said, that thing would have to be like 36 feet long to be accurate. It's 7 feet, but looks great. I wonder though, with that modularity, because it looks like they have like a lab attached to the middle gantry there, right? Like that framework. Would they do like alternate things like fuel cells, cargo stuff, just different. And I know in the show too, it was outfitted differently. We saw that red stripe one. We saw some other modules that attach to it there, so that would be really interesting. Just looks like a fantastic model. Astronauts look good. Take a look. Those look nice. There they are, looking great. I mean, just looks great. This is a resin model. Figure looks fantastic inside there. Just really great looking. Here's the shuttle detached from the main the hull there, and then they are doing a limited to 500 pieces, a Kickstarter exclusive retro Eagle variant mock-up, where and you can see the small picture there of the original 1976 version below. And I think this comes in at like 4 to 6 inches larger than the original Mattel one. I did see some comments where someone was like, well, it would have been better if you did it exactly like a 1-for-1. That way we could swap parts or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. We've got oh yeah. No, it makes sense. It really does. I like it. I really like it. The retro looks good. Boba Hicks, his older brother, telling me about getting the original Eagle toy for Christmas back in the day. It was a big deal to him. Cool. I wonder how much it cost back in the day, because this thing came out in 76. I was born in 75, so I have no memory of the show. Yeah. This would have to, it's 3 feet long and, pretty wide there too. If I built anything that big, it would be the next generation Enterprise D. That thing would have to be like the size of your house. Hey, out in multiverse, how are you? And Ian, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, your cousin had one. Cool. Well, check this out. So just because, so I'll bring this up here so we could go through the. I just wanted to go through the Kickstarter real quick, and we could just take a look here. There it is. Okay. You guys see that? Okay, good. All right. So yeah, it's up to 42,000. So that's pretty good. We got some nice stuff there. So they teamed up just so we could get some of the scale has been increased 36 inches. It's about 4 inches larger than the Mattel version. The artwork and retail packaging will be slightly modified. Now, I believe this is fully licensed too. So this is an officially licensed product through our partnership with ITV and Anderson Entertainment. So they got the license to do this. This is 100% legit. So here's, a lot of those photos. I just pulled them so you guys could see them nice and big. Now, here's the thing. So the standard edition is $329 plus shipping. Shipping will be calculated and billed when the order is ready to ship. Now, for $30 more, looks like you get the retro version that comes with. It's a limited to 500 pieces. Has the translucent black cockpit hatch and red fuel tanks, plus packaging and art that is specific to that version. So looks like a lot of people went for that one because there's only 432 left. So so quite a few people that have backed it have opted for that version. So pretty cool. Once again, Kickstarters are not my favorite thing. I'm not, that's not the main thing for me. Hey, Roberto, how are you? Yeah, I'd love to have a mansion and be able to do this. Woodman, what's happening, brother? So check it out. Yeah. I Googled because I was like, okay, $329. Now it's out of my price range. I'm probably not going to be able to afford this, right? Or it doesn't mean so much to me. I'm not so endeared to it that, it's a dream project for me. It totally looks awesome. And I hope it gets made for everyone that wants it. The Ghost was an awesome HasLab. I thought that ship looked great, but, it was way out of my price range as well. Also, some of the other big ones that came through, the Sky Striker, all of them. I just really haven't gotten in on some of those really pricey Kickstarters, space and money. I can't really justify it. I think it's really cool. Defiant Outer Rim, how are you? Jeff, yeah, looks awesome. Hopefully it gets funded, but not for me. I would agree with that, perfectly. I did look it up though. So if you were really into this show and you wanted these toys, $13.99 was the original price. Wow. And that's like worth $300 today. No, I don't know. Here's a picture of the original one. So I just went on eBay real quick, and we could take a look real fast too, and I'll show you some of the eBay listings there. Let's see, Space 1999 Eagle. So you could pick up this one, which it looks like a bit of a beater. For $259 right now, 0 bid, 6 days left. But I'm sure it's in some states it comes with box. That's pretty good. This one comes with the box too, but this one's up to 400. Here's one for 275, not complete, but there's not too many available. They're not. And then there's this wonderful ad here, $1,124.99. So if you're really into this thing, then hey, doing well. How are you? How's it going, Logic Blaster? Listen, if you're in the market for it, this is a viable option because you're getting a brand new one, and you'd probably be paying just as much or more buying this on the secondhand market, unless you picked it up somewhere, for a steal, or you made one yourself. So, while the price may seem shocking, it's probably, accurate. It's about what it would cost. Here's that $1,124 model. But I will tell you, you get some really terrific pictures of the original. There's the box art. Looks really nice with the toy above. Here's the underside and the top in the first picture there. Really cool looking ship. And here's an instruction sheet, and you got 3 astronaut figures with the old version. And it looks like Mattel really gave you a lot for $14. Jeez, this thing's got a ton going on. Look at that. Now, you see one is in the sitting position. These seem like static figures. But if these were made in 76, and I don't know about the scale, if anyone has this, are these 3 3/4 inch figures, or are they smaller? I don't know. Without holding them, I wouldn't know. Something going on with this guy's neck in the middle, but the other ones look like they tried to capture the likeness of the actors. Now, those figures look like maybe they're not even 5 POA. It looks like the arms might go up and down, and the legs are stuck in a position there. Yeah, same thing. Same. Yeah. Hope it gets funded, but not for you. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the same. The guy in the middle is a woman. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So maybe that's what's going on with the neck. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell. Yeah, that is supposed to be Barbara Bain, I guess, in the middle. The originals were a tad smaller, so these are a little smaller than a 3 3/4 inch figure. Got it. But yeah, just love this. I mean, I would have loved this toy even without even watching the show. It just seems like a really cool toy. But what I was going to bring up was ZICA Toys has had several Kickstarters in the last year, and we covered them here on the channel. Several of those were O-ring figures, and I'm showing these slides. These are not on Kickstarter right now, so please don't, look for them. These didn't make it. So these were 3 3/4 classic O-ring construction versions of the fist action figures, which are the 6-inch line that recently just came out. I just thought these looked cool. The Fish Trooper and Mad Dog, I would have liked to have these. And then they had the Pocket People. So you had like kind of two different, or maybe even like 3 different IPs going on in this one Kickstarter for 4 figures. It didn't make it, but I'm really hoping, because it looks like they had either 3D printed or some kind of customs made up for this. These are all nice looking figures. I would have liked to see these get made. And if they don't make them, I'd like to find some way that they could make these and distribute them, either just the digital files or something, because like I said, these didn't go through. This is one of 2 Kickstarters from ZICA Toys that we didn't see go through, but I really wish had made it. We had the Pocket People, and then we had Easy Kill 9, which was summer of 23, and this was 30 was their female figure. They had Bludgeon. I forget what this guy's name is. Damn it! And Malcolm Zidek, the Master Slayer. So those were cool. One thing is, I picked this guy up just so you guys know. If you want a cool O-ring figure, these Riot versus Eagle Force Riot Commando O-ring figures are still available on the ZICA Toys website. Right here, $15, homie. Look at that. I've got a couple of these. So yeah, you can pick them up. $15. It's a nice $15 figure. It's a great O-ring figure. It looks cool. You could troop build these, but they still have some available up on the site. I was surprised to see that. And I would encourage you, if you want a cool O-ring figure, maybe go pick one of those up. There's a link in the description if you'd like to check that out. So before we move on, let's go ahead and just check in with you guys and see. Did your Star Wars figures fit in the Eagle one nicely? Cool. As long as okay, the ship could work with your 3 3/4. Yeah. Gotcha. I would like a Buck Rogers 1978 ship and a Battlestar Galactica Viper. Yeah. I think with 3D printing, you can make those happen. I've seen several models available. Yeah. That's the thing. If they made the figures, I'd buy them. Sure. I just wish that, even though that Kickstarter didn't fund, some of those were cool designs. I would have liked to see these figures. I mean, like I said, I like this figure. I wish I could find it. He's on a shelf somewhere, but I looked around real quick and I couldn't find him. But I really liked it. I thought the quality was well made. Came out well. But it's a shame that these didn't get done. What's up, dorks? Hey, what's up, Chad? Yeah, there you go. There's a link if you want to grab one of those O-rings. Still available. Riot Commando. It's a good troop builder. Looks neat. I like it. And you could get one now. So, all right, here's the good to see you. Well, hi. Good to see you too, Chad. You're just in time. Here's probably going to be your favorite part of the show. All right, so I don't have them in hand. So I think I didn't want to make it seem like that, but I just figured we'd talk about them because we got them in. So these hit Target stores late last week. They went up on the Super7 website, and I believe they're up on Big Bad Toy Store right now. These are the Super 7 G.I. Joe Reaction Plus O-ring figures. Big Bad's got them for $19.99. I heard they're $20.50 if you buy them at Target. So you got to pay an extra 50 cents. So I don't know what that's all about. But the right, oh yeah. It's a good figure. Cool. It's Reaction Plus, bro. Because the screw in the back. That's why. At least that's what I think I saw in the interview they did. I want to see them in person first. Yeah, I only saw there was like a picture. Some guy had him in a shopping basket, and then like he had him set up on his desk. But I haven't seen like a real video review or anything about them yet. So let's just take a closer look. Here's some of the photography they did with them. This is from the Super 7 website. 50 cents more. Yep. Yeah, it's super spotty because they get distributed. Yeah, their screws are all messed up. They're probably going to show up as I couldn't find them on the Target website, but then they went on Big Bad and Super 7. Hey, Robert, good on you because that's the only two that I said I would probably I was going to reveal. Okay, initial thoughts. I've heard a lot of different opinions on these, and I saw the unpainted sculpts at Joe Fest, and they looked, I couldn't really tell. One of the pictures of Snake Eyes, they said his legs look a little spindly. I mean, this looks pretty plain. I understand they're going for like that animation effect. I'm not gonna lie, this bat looks pretty good to me. He's not bad. I would pick this one up. This is probably the one I would pick up. And if they go lower than that, like if they hit clearance, I would probably pick up a few of these. Cobra Commander, once again, if I didn't already have several Cobra Commander figures, I might be interested in this, or if someone's just getting into it, maybe it's a good thing to fill the ranks, but definitely prefer the original over this model. And then Cover Girl. I wish I had someone that could do because I don't have Cover Girl or Cover Girl in this style. They made the 5 POA one. But that look in her eyes, like doll's eyes, dead eyes. They just stare into your soul. But maybe I don't know if these could be painted up to have a little more detail or look great. But you buy all Coco figures, it is a problem. I got you. So in the cartoon she had blonde hair, I think, and in the comic, but in the action figure, um, she had brown hair, I believe, or that could be a repaint. I don't know. Okay, so here's like a digital render so you could see them right on. And I noticed the ones that I'm not really like digging is that they're plain. There's not a lot of it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on. And maybe that's why the bat is the only one that appeals to me because it seems like the one with the most detailing. So I was interested in possibly the Cover Girl and the bat would probably be the ones that I would pick up. I mean, do I want to see more O-ring figures? Yeah, because I'm an O-ring fan. I like them. Here's one for everyone though. I did want to say, if I could say something really nice about these, is they actually have file cards on the back. You know how like in recent years we've gotten them where it's just like like 2 lines and then it's repeated in 3 different languages. These are actually supposed to be from the animated. So yeah, of course. Yep. Yeah, that explains the lack of detail. Yeah. I meant that you could just see the actual figure, like nothing's being obscured because they're just standing facing you. Like whereas this picture, like especially Snake Eyes, he's in like this pose, so you can't really see the whole thing. I didn't mean it was like a better depiction of it. But the file cards, and I don't know if they just cut and paste these. I didn't have time to really dig into it and look because it says, this might just be the same text from the last time Hasbro did this. Or they rewrote them. I don't know. Oh, here we go. I did blow it up. Duh. Bats are the perfect covert troopers. They never question orders, complain about chow, shirk duty, or surrender. They require no leave time, sick pay, or benefits of any kind, and they're cheap and easy to replace. On the other hand, bats do not react well to changes in field conditions, nor do they discriminate between targets. They will shoot at anything that moves, be it friend or foe. They also have an unfortunate tendency to burst into flames when hit from behind. I think this sounds familiar. This may be the same thing. Bats are dangerous to everyone. They'll shoot, bayonet, or kick anything in sight. Cobra infantrymen don't like to be on the same battlefield with bats. When a Cobra unit is losing a battle, they will dispense bats into the midst of the firefight in order to evacuate the area easily. Okay. Yeah, bats, they were cannon fodder, like in the cartoon at least. They just got, Sergeant Slaughter's ripping them apart with his bare hands in the comic or in the cartoon. Eyes by Funko. 2050, they're not for me. Yeah, just too much. Okay. I don't know about these. And, I know the price thing gets brought up because, like, newer companies like Delta 17, Strike Force Alpha, Call Sign Longbow, Legends of the Hidden Force, and whatnot, they are offering their figures at like $25. Modern construction figures like Eagle Force Returns are like $26.99. I think Marauders is going. The Joe Fest exclusive figures that we saw, like Black Jet. Where is he? There he is. And, these were $30 each, but these were, exclusive short run figures that were put out. And you're supporting an independent creator. So it's a little different, where we would all love these figures to come in at the dirt cheap prices that they were relative to, our parents' wallets back in the day. These were toys, they were playthings. And I think Chad's even mentioned this on multiple occasions. G.I. Joe was such a great toy line because it had something for all price points. You had action figures that were like in the $3 range. You had small play sets that were between 3 and 10. You had small vehicles that were, between 10 and 20. Then you had play sets that still, even the biggest play set was only $100. It made sense. They had something for all people. So anyone going to the store could afford something. These are made, I'd say for a company like this, they could probably put it out for a little cheaper. I mean, we've talked about this before. Even like the Star Wars Black Series stuff, I think that I see in Target or Walmart where it's like $18. And some of them just shelf, they just peg warm, they sit there. And then they go clearance and they sell out, and then people buy them. So it's like I see this cycle all the time where, you kind of wonder, like, if they were just like $15 to begin with, would they just, people would just pick them up? Would that make a difference? And I think so. I think I certainly would. If a figure was like $12 or $13 as opposed to 17, it's a $5 difference, but I might buy 2 of them. I don't know. Black Knight, what's happening, everyone? Guys, if you haven't heard, Hello Dope Toys. So today they opened up channel memberships for Hello Dope Toys. So you want to head over to Hello Dope Toys YouTube, and you want to click that link. You want to become a member because tonight on their stream, they're going to reveal a perk to membership that's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. I subbed. I'm a member. I'm hella dope. You should be too. So yeah, Aaron, nice to see you. Super 7 products aren't terrible all the time, but their prices are. Yes, definitely. But I would say if you're into some people really are For real, man. You know, I've been seeing people post that Voltron. Who is it? Zarkanian, I think. I think he was posting on Facebook, like all of them at his Target, and then I've never seen them at Target, and I was hoping to pick those up. If you're talking about that new Voltron that just came out. So yeah, Mython, what's happening, brother? Did I say hi to you? Maybe I did. I don't know. So yeah, here's Cobra Commander, absolute power, total control of the world, its people, its wealth, and resources. So are these? They seem like these are just cut and paste from the original ones. I think they are. Um, hey, what's happening? So not bad. I would just say it's better than what we've seen from Hasbro. So if I could say something, you know, maybe if I were to pick these up, I'd keep them on card for the characters, you know, I have already, but it's probably going to be something where I'm going to wait and see on these. What do you guys think? Hey, well, welcome aboard, K-Mac. How are you? MTP. Was I supposed to? Mython the Python. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You got to check out the Mython at Midnight. Him and Chad did a great show the other night. I caught it on the replay yesterday. But yeah, that was a good show. I liked it. Very cool. All right. What else do we got today, guys? Makes sense to use the original file card text when it's done right the first time. No need to fix it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they altered it or changed it. And, you know, I guess I don't have all that stuff memorized, so I don't know. But it was nice to see because I was really disappointed. Like, and, you know, all the cards, like where it just said like 3 things about the character and then it repeated it in 3 different languages. I was like, I don't like this packaging. It's just not nice. So here's one that I did not know about. And Grindhead Jim sent me a link to this and he said, Will, you might be into this. And you know what? He's right. I might be into this. This is MEZCO. This is their 5 points line. So these are 3 3/4 inch action figures. But they do lack articulation. These are not toys. They're kind of more statues in the 3 3/4 scale. Nah, dude, you're a superstar, man. You kidding me? Your show's great. They look good. And I'm just going to rush ahead. I want to show you the one that got me because I was like, I don't know. And then I saw this. Where is it? This. When I saw this, I was like, I need this. I need that guy. Do you remember that scene? I don't know. Some people don't, but that was probably the best scene in the movie. I saw that. So here we go. He has like a little accessory. Keaton looks good. We've seen a lot of Batman 89 stuff over the last year with the SPINMASTER stuff and the McFarlane stuff. So there's been a lot coming out. They're coming out kind of late to the party with this stuff. Do like Bob the Goon with the Joker jacket there. That Joker looks pretty good to me. But you'll see right over here. And then, yeah, they kind of do a little, it's not really 5 POA Mython. It's like not even 5 POA. I guess they are 5 POA, but like the arms don't bend. Here, I'll show you so you can see how this works. The MEZCO things are a little weird. Here is Bob the Goon. So you only get the 3 figures. And what you get is, who do you trust? Joker includes 2 interchangeable head portraits and 2 interchangeable right arms, left arm, megaphone, and crane. So they have straight arms and then they have bent arms. So instead of adding articulation, you swap and pop the arms out. And then they have 5 POA. So it's weird the way they do it. And I guess you can make arguments for both types of things, but yeah, he looks pretty good. So kind of like Dollar Tree. Yeah. Well, they're not that expensive either. So here's Batman with his swappable arms. He comes with his grapple gun and his batarang. And Bob the Goon, I think I forgot the slide here, but he comes with that alternate head and the hands with the sword. So you could, you just make him a Joker. He's called Joker Goon. You can make him two different characters depending on what you like. So once again, these are not Final Faction, I think you're talking about. Oh, there it is. I did get it. So you have the swappable head and then the hands for the Joker Goons. So this is pretty good, and I'll show you something real quick. What they did a few years back, and I have this set. Let me find it. Where is it? So they started this bat journey a few years back. We did. Where are you? Where are you? Here it is. There was this. They did the Batman 66 set. And this was a huge box set that came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was it? 7 figures with swappable heads and arms, a Batmobile, plus this Batcave cardboard play set. And it was like $129. I did not buy it for that much. I bought it for like half of that. And I never opened it. It's still it's sitting in my garage actually. But I wanted to just set it up. You know, they're not really, I guess, toys. You know what I mean? But they do make a cool display. So one thing that MEZCO did with these new sets. So if you had this, yeah, it was tempting. So it did look cool, and I have it. I'd love to get it set up somewhere. But one of the things I'd like to do with it, and I think that they did better with these next sets that we're going to see, this Batman 89 and the like, is they did break it down. So you don't have to buy the whole damn thing if you don't want. So let me find it. Come on. I don't know why this isn't working. All right, so StreamYard's glitching out on me here. Maybe I clicked it too fast. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they broke it up. So you could buy the figure separately now, and you could buy the Batmobile separately. So here we go. Yet another Batman 89 Batmobile. We've seen a bunch of these over the last couple of years. We saw SPINMASTer, McFarlane. Geez, I forget there was another company that's doing them. Super7 just released one. It's like $120. We talked about it on the last show. SPINMASTer has the RC version plus this version. One of the critiques that everyone had about this so this one's probably going to be a little smaller too, because these figures are 3 3/4. They're not 4-inch. So you may have trouble fitting 4-inch figures in it, but they sell the figures, so you can fit them in there. But check this out. This is really cool. If you look there, 2 seats in the cockpit. They give you the armored shield from the movie that fits over the Batmobile. That's pretty sweet. For $49, the guns pop up. It's got flame effects, opening canopy, 2-seater, spinning wheels, and the Bat armor, the Bat shields. And that box looks just like the Toy Biz one, right? That looks pretty sweet. If you just wanted a cool Batmobile to put on your shelf, that's pretty cool. I think you got to buy the figures as a set. And give me 1 second here. I'm going to bring up the listing over here on Big Bad. There it is. Oh. So yeah, 60 and then 50. So it'd be like 110. You don't get a diorama with it. But you could buy, if you already have a Batman figure, if you don't want to do that, but if you have the other sets, this would fit in with them. So that would be kind of cool. I'm really digging that Batmobile. Yeah, I'd really like 66 line in 118. Yeah, in are they Glios pegs? I don't know. Yeah, and I hate that they're all so at least they split up the vehicle and the figures on this one so you could save a little bit. And I'm just hoping I know Gojitron mentioned to me that this says that it's going to be coming out April 2025, and to not hold your breath because MEZCO is pretty notorious for taking a really long time to get these things out, right? They've missed the mark on several of these sets. I think the second seat might have just sealed the deal on the Batmobile for me. Yeah, it can only fit in there. Yeah, that's they did single seaters on all these other ones, and I know it's not too hard to convert some of them where they give you a little extra space, but finally someone's got it. They did a good job, man. They got it right. I think they really did a good job. And then while I was on the Big Bad Toy Store page, I happened upon this. I didn't even know they did a 5 points Batman the Animated Series figure set. It's supposed to come out in September, which is almost over. So I don't know, but this one was Batman, Robin, Joker, Catwoman, and her little kitty cat there. So this was released, I guess, last year sometime, or maybe even longer than that. I never knew, but same deal. You got the alternate heads, alternate arms snap on there. The packaging is a great kind of reproduction or throwback to the cat's name is Cleopatra. Thank you. Yeah, retro style card backs. They look pretty good. And they've got a Batmobile. Perfect for display, retro style box, looking good. And once again, this one is a two-seater. So you can see that Batman and Robin fit in it. You got the flame effect that goes out there. The canopy slides forward. Yeah, it's pre-order, not out yet. Yep. But I didn't even know they made this one. So late 23 for the animated set. So about a year ago, right? So, interesting. And then here we go again. You could just see that they made that 66 set. So I would just say if you were into the 66 set and you enjoyed it, I've never opened it. I saw one review of it, and the guy wasn't very complimentary of it. I did see a lot of people saying that the McFarlane 66 Bat Cave set was like underscaled, and they would recommend that you use that for the 66 figures if you were going to set it up because it looks a little nicer. Zazel, what's happening? Good morning, brother. How are you? So, yeah. I don't know. I think it would be cool. I don't know. Maybe just to set these up. I bought it. I got it for like half price. I thought these looked cool. And it was neat to have them, but that person did not like them at all. So I was kind of worried. Yeah, the animated series also had the Batmobile. Yep. But I don't think it comes with it. I think it's sold separately. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Yeah, it's $44.99 for that Batmobile. So it is sold separately. So you could buy that if you just want that one. You got the McFarlane one? Cool. Yeah. Anyway, I think those are pretty neat. I don't know anyone else that really does the MEZCO stuff, and I only saw that one review where the guy kind of didn't like these. He just said that they felt cheap, but I don't know if it's really that cheap. Maybe at the $129 mark, you know what I mean? Because you're paying for you got 7 figures plus the it's $129, right? I mean, that's a lot. Even for it's about $18 a figure. If you add the Batmobile in there and you say the Batmobile is probably about 50 of it, then it's probably about $10 a figure. So, and I got the whole thing for like $60, I'm pretty sure. So, for me, I was like, hey, these figures, just the figures alone are worth $10 each to me. So I bought the set, and I said everything else is just gravy. And I love that 66 Batmobile. So that's why I picked that up. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This one actually is what I'm really the most excited about. And I'll tell you why. So this is Metal Force by DC. And I did see some speculation that these are not made by SPINMASTER. These are SPINMASTER. There is a listing. It's like a placeholder listing on Amazon right now for these. Here's why I like them. Because they're new. They're different. They're something else. Now, the mech suit thing might not be for everyone. But it is the first time we're seeing Brainiac. And as you can see, the Metal Force is because they're using like vac metallized parts. They're nice and shiny. They're doing shiny stuff. Batman gets a mech. Lex Luthor gets a mech. And to answer that question from earlier, Scotty likes mechs. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Me too. The Batman and Lex mechs are not the same mech. It's not the same mold, just reused. They're both tooled differently. So this was shown on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook SPINMASTER group, and there was a link to the placeholder Amazon listing. These are due out, I believe, January 2025. They're not out yet. I did just Google it just to see what Metal Force was. And the only thing I could find was a article from Bleeding Cool back a couple months ago, where they said that DC trademarked the term Metal Force, and that the copyright or the trademark covered a whole slew of stuff from comics, movies, video games, cartoons, toys, party favors, just about everything. I'm just happy to see this because I've talked about it here on the show. SPINMASTER DC just is a cheap, affordable, fun toy line. I know it's not. They're goofy figures, but they're 4-inch figures. They scale well with all our other stuff. And they're like $7 at the store. They're great. They're perfect. I've collected them all. I've had a lot of fun. They offer vehicles, play sets, and the toys. I just think they're fantastic. But what I didn't like was some of their movie adaptations. They changed the scale a little bit. Some people prefer that scale. Some people don't. A lot of the style choices and things like that. Plus, it's one of those kids lines where they pump out, for every case is half Batman. And, or they do another version of Batman every 5 seconds rather than, deep dives into characters that adults would really appreciate. But I like them coming back to form. I like the fact that we're seeing something new from SPINMASTER after, I believe the line started in 2019. So we're going on about 5 years with SPINMASTER, and they're going back to their roots. They're doing something at least new to us, and unique. It's kind of cool. Mython, nice to see you, man. Yeah, that is a concern of mine. It does. It does look like they may be stuck inside those mechs, which, while not my favorite thing, obviously a mech like an Exo Squad mech that you could put a figure in is awesome. I would prefer that. I'm also thinking the price point is going to reflect that. And then we also got that nice Brainiac. DC Metals would be a cool comic series to do in this line. The metal, yeah, the Batman Who Laughs and all that. Yeah, I don't know if SPINMASTER is going to go there, but this new Metal Force or Metallic Shiny Force, I like Superman just has a little extra armor. Brainiac looks pretty cool. I can't really see it that well. I did zoom in on these and tried to pull them up so we could see them a little better there and see some of the details. But it looks like they did do some sculpting on this. I mean, these aren't terrible. I can't see the face too well through the glare on his cover there, but he looks pretty good. I think that's pretty neat. Here's Lex Luthor and his mech. That green. It's hard to tell. It looks like his head is just floating there, like a disembodied Lex bald head just floating in space. But there may be some additional details in there, shoulders or whatnot, where it doesn't look so weird. It could just be that way. Batman looking bat-tastic here. And looks like they get a little shoulder or back mounted cannon that shoots missiles. That's fun. And Superman just comes with the switchblade. That's fun for kids. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that would be a bit. It's too bad it's not the superpowers Brainiac. He's totally perfect for Vac Metal and Cyborg. Yeah, so McFarlane's doing those, right? So those are just a little bit bigger, but then they went with these gimmicks. I guess they come with a stand, or that's a card stand. So that's a stand that you can put these collectible cards in. This gives me like those 90s vibes, where you got like a collector card with your Toy Biz. You got, all these extra things that you probably didn't know you needed, but they would just throw them in the package. Pretty cool. And you get some decent accessories there. I'm not sure what the thing is, but I'm happy to see it. And I can't wait for these to come out. These will be fun. I'm definitely going to add those to my collection. Of everything we saw today, this is probably the thing I'm most excited about. And yeah, these are so 90s. Yeah, I like them. I know not everyone's into these, and I totally get it, but I just love them. I can't stop with these. I was very disappointed for the last couple of years because the movie stuff just didn't hit the way that these do for me. Here's them. This is all from the Amazon listing. Their pose, and there is a copy, a link to that. So if you want to go to that Amazon listing, if you're interested, you could just save it to your list, and then when the SKU becomes available and the full descriptions in there, you could always purchase them. Reminds me of a Chatmay figure. Yeah, very much so. Looking good, but yeah, I could definitely tell they're Spinmaster. They have that same back peg that goes through the cape that I hate, but it's just part of the line. And there's another picture there. So last night, Frontline, I don't know if he's watching, but my buddy over there, he runs the Chatmate group, the Facebook group. He's also been, a viewer and checking everything out. He sent me a picture of another listing that came out for this Metal Force line, but there was no Amazon link or anything. So I just have one picture of it. But yeah, here's the January 1st, 2025. This is a transforming bat jet that turns into like a mech walker. And here's a shiny Batman figure, 2 more cards. Looks like the Superman figure is pretty much the same, right? And Spinmaster does that a lot. Yeah, it looks like it. And I just noticed on the card art there, look how Superman is supposed to be in a suit. If you look at that card art, it's like a cyborg suit, but I guess some of that detail is not painted in on the blue there on the armor. But that Batman looks pretty sweet, and this Batwing has a couple bombs that clip into the wings, and these it turns into like a walker. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I have that picture. But one cool thing is, if you look, it is a 2-seater. They sit, one sits in front of the other, so they're front and back. But you can put both figures in the mech. And when that comes out, and there's pricing for it and stuff like that, I'll definitely report on it. But looks kind of cool. Okay, yeah. Hey, I like it. I've told you. I've told you guys a bunch of times, I've been talking about it for 5 years now, how into these things I am. Well, what else have we got here? So, just a couple of the things I saw bopping about. It really could be a fun toy. They did a couple other ones. They had like the 3-in-1 Spin Master one. I skipped a bunch of those. They had one that was like really big. Um, there you go. Make a fire bat. Yeah. So look at this now for something a little more adult. So let's get really mature here, and you'll see. And hopefully, this one went down that aisle. You got to check that aisle. The Kids Connection stuff. They put out a bunch of new stuff. If you don't know, that Kids Connection stuff is where I got that rocket. I got the rocket. I repainted somewhere. Chad made a missile launch base. With Batman, you give him any kind of silly tech vehicle. Oh yeah, it'll work. Yep. This set, man, well, it doesn't look great. I mean, it's got a lot of great play features. I think for the price, these are really good for kids. But this little crab sub, I just love this thing. And you could definitely squeeze a 1/18 scale figure in there. Give that a repaint. That thing could look really cool. I wanted to buy the whole playset just for this vehicle here. Gotta love it. I think it's so cool. And I probably will eventually. But I got too much going on right now. And just to show you some of the other ones that were available, here's like a little fairy princess one. Here's a vet clinic kennel, I guess. You got little dog cages there, but it comes with a bunch of little pups. So if you like the pups and cats and you need some, they're not quite 1/18 scale, but yeah, they're fun. They got a new dinosaur one. This has like a working crane, a couple cages, and a little vehicle there. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't sit there playing with them. Do the sharks spin around? I don't know. I don't know. I know that they all have like a lights and sounds function. Like you hit the button and it makes a bunch of noise that I'm sure, just like anyone who's a parent, yeah, that lasts for like a day or two, and then the batteries die. And sorry, kid. Uh, I don't know. The orange dial on the left. I don't know. Maybe you spin it and sharks go. There's like a slide there or something. Go to Walmart. Check it out. So let's see. Just checking here. See if that's Largo. Someone just messaged me. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, okay. You played with them in the store. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. Just if you were looking for some custom fodder or inspiration, wouldn't be a show without mentioning Delta 17. Go to delta17toys.com. You can pick these up. You get the exclusive Okami and the first issue, the physical issue of the comic. Also want to let you know that you can pick these up at Hella Dope Toys, which we mentioned earlier. Become a channel member. And tonight they're announcing something, a really exciting perk. I was told it will blow my mind. A game changer. So you definitely want to go check it out. And if you want to check out Delta 17, you want to go do that. So, we asked, they listened. They got more 1/18 scale stuff in stock. So if you like your Joy Toy, if you like your Delta 17, I think they also do boss fights. Pick up your 1/18 scale stuff from them. Support an independent toy store. This is what I want to talk about. Gojitron hooked me up. We got the Delta 17 command base. This was the click and play one that we talked about. It was like $80 on Amazon, which I think is way too much. These weren't that expensive when they first came out. And last year, Ocean State Job Lot had them for like $30. So it was a really good deal. I think maybe it's just the size of it. The shipping makes it cost prohibitive. If you could pick this thing up in person, buy it at like I wish like Ollie's. Big Lots used to carry this stuff, and they stopped. And I wish they didn't. I don't know what Christmas it was. It was right after Christmas, like 2019. I went into a Big Lots and they had like a 50% off sale. They didn't have any of the big bases, but they had all like the vehicles, 50% off. I bought a ton of them. And they are really cool. But yeah, so I made this my Delta 17 command center with Hello Dope supply crates. Got my Final Faction little ATV vehicle. I used my Delta 17 patch as the thing there. But yeah, here's just some shots. I got the whole setup right over here, but I didn't set up a toy cam today, but I figured these will suffice. A pretty nice set though. If you want a good cheap, it's like it's got everything you need and nothing you don't, you know. And thank you so much, Gojatron sent me not only the set. You see everything that comes with the set. You get like 3 random tires to stack up, a bunch of crates, the weapons rack with a bunch of rifles, the sandbags, and the little machine gun, the mortar, the barbed wire fences, a pup, an ATV, and a little motorcycle, spotlight, oil drums, the little map, table, chairs, a laptop. There's a bunch of stuff. And Gojatron, you sent me a bunch of extra stuff too, because I got a whole bunch of mutts and some extra mortars, extra guns, extra crates. So you must have just had these laying around from other sets. I know, like my helicopter came with the barbed wire fences and all that stuff too. So a lot of that click and play stuff comes with the different stuff. So Aaron's saying he doesn't know you don't know what the mind blowing perk is going to be. Oh, jeez. Oh no. Uncle Jesse is helping out. Yeah, he's a very helpful guy. Cool Delta 17 setup. Yep. Big Lots filing for bankruptcy. Really? Is that a dog? Right here. Yeah. On the bottom of the screen there. Can you see it? Yeah, that's a little dog. Yeah, you loaded me up with doggos. I'll show you the picture soon. Here, I made a little dog pen for them. So then here's the backside, which is like the play features. I just wanted to show the front of it so you guys could see. And then I turned it around and I set it up. And I added this little, on the left-hand side, you can see the Amazon. That was like a Dino Laboratory play set that I picked up for like 20 bucks. It came with a bunch of dinosaurs and stuff, but I thought that the building itself kind of looked like a nice little like weather station or a little research outpost or something like that. Has a little garage and a cage there. So I just it lined up perfectly and color wise kind of matched with the set, so it worked up pretty well. It also came with that little dinosaur cage on the right hand side, which I made the dog pen. But yeah, really neat. Thank you, Goji, for all the extra stuff there. So yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra dogs inside there. I've got, you know, Law and Order there with an extra mutt. And Leonidas is introducing his pup to the pack there. You got some guys set up top. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I had a really bad day, and then I came home and I found this, and I just spent the rest of the night setting it up and taking pictures. And man, I had a blast. It really was fun. Yeah, here's Shepherd giving Preacher and Rooster the biz, telling them what's up. Uncle Jesse's working on the rod back there. Oh, he gave me a couple extra motorcycles and a bunch of stuff there. Atomic Mike's up there. He's tuning the sensor equipment there, making sure everything's working well. There he is. And you got Style Tone, or mustacheless Dial Tone up there. He's just an assistant. So really cool. That laptop's actually really detailed. I wish I let me see if I can show you. It actually has a screen on it and a keyboard. It's tiny, but At least it has like. Let me pull this up here. Not bad for a value playset. And it's like G.I. Joe doesn't give us anything cool like this, or Hasbro hasn't really been giving us anything cool like that. But yeah, you get little stuff on there. I think that's neat. So I had a lot of fun playing with these. Here you go. You can see all the dogs. Yeah, I got a whole pack. So I thought that was fitting. Lots of fun there. I was going to do a whole video on it, but then life gets in the way. So I'll just have this set up until something happens. And the only other thing I did, Delta 17 remaining, was if you read the first issue of the comic book, in the first issue of the comic book, and on Kestrel's file card, you learn that she was originally Polish Special Forces, and she was tasked with infiltrating Retrograd. So she infiltrated Retrograd. In the first issue of the comic, she actually, she's the gunner in that helicopter, and she has the opportunity to kill Delta 17. Basically, Death Sparrow, and they're calling it in. They're like, why does she keep missing? Well, she was intentionally missing because she didn't want to kill them. After the crash, and after that, she kind of joins Delta 17 as their youngest member. She becomes their, she's their language expert. She has pilot skills. So I just thought, why not give her a repaint? So I bought another Kestrel, and I gave her a quick repaint with the Retrograd colors. And I thought that would be a cool version of her, just the undercover version. I like that. So there she is with Retrograd. And that's my commander. I used the Strike Force Alpha head to kind of give an unmasked version there. He's like a squad commander. But yeah, I think she fit in pretty well. And, this is my first time trying to paint something. I did paint her, and I used like the Walmart craft paints, those apple barrel paints. And I gotta tell you, it really does make a difference because it came out horrible. And the paint just like took forever. I had to do so many coats. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up just 2 bottles. I picked up a gray and a black of the more expensive brand ones just to see. And I also bought a varnish and a thinner to thin them out. Man, just a couple of drops of that paint, really just a couple drops, and it covered the whole figure. So much better. I wish I had bought good brushes too, because I bought these like little, like, they're like tiny Q-tips. I thought it would help me with getting in the details there. And I missed some spots. Like you can still see some green bleeding through. So it's really far from perfect, but I thought the only thing that would make the outfit better would be like this pilot or aviation helmet, because she's wearing one similar to this while she's in the helicopter with the closed down shield. This is just an image I found online. And I was going to ask you guys if anyone knows. I tried to search like to find like a good 1/18 scale figure that might have yeah, Bjorn, I think that's what I bought. It was not Citadel. It was like Vallejo or something like that. And that paint worked, and it worked very well, and it covered in like one coat, and it was no problem. Like the paint markers or like those apple barrel paints, I think they work great for dios and for maybe vehicle customs and stuff like that. But because I've seen videos, there's always that video where they're like, you could get good results using whatever, and you just got to thin it down, or you got to do this, or you got to prep your surface, and they get great results. But I didn't. I had to sit there. Marauders, yes, Mikey, yes, you're right. Because I would even go, because I know I probably wouldn't get a figure. I would even go ahead and Dremel that beret off of her head and just put the flight helmet on and keep her that way too. I think that would work, because the helmet's probably not going to fit off, but I wouldn't even mind ruining it just to put her in the helicopter and have her there. Marauders is right. Yes, that would be perfect. I don't know why I thought of it. I just grabbed this picture just saying, like, if someone knew of like a 3D model or something, I'm definitely going to check Marauders. That's the place to look. Listen, that's it. That's all I got for today, guys. Patreon and channel members, thank you so very much, guys. It's only $1. It's not required, but it's really, really greatly appreciated. If you send me a few dollars and I'll send them to Largo, he could get his power. No, it's regional. It's not its power being out. It's a joke. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. We really appreciate you guys. I have a lot of fun doing this, and love hanging out with you guys every week. Thank you so much. Yep. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will see you next week. Hopefully, like I said, Largo will be back, and we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. One thing. I might be going live tomorrow because I got a notification that my Sergeant Slaughter Triple T Transformers G.I. Joe collab is coming in tomorrow. It was supposed to come in October. I'm getting it tomorrow. Depending on what time of day it comes in, hopefully it comes in earlier. I'm off all day. So when it comes in, I'm probably going to go live and do an unboxing. So if you guys are around, I'd love to see you there. Chad, I know you said yours was coming in too. If you want to hop on and hang out with me, that'd be cool too. But yeah, so just look out, check your notifications, guys. We might be going live and checking that Transformers collab out tomorrow. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.